Something just seems a lot calmer about the Kevis Castle region when it's not under Mobius control. Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we helped out Colony Mew get a little bit more ranching under their belt, and this time we're here at the good old... Well, we're at Zero Hovering Reefs because we're going to be into Colony 11 because we got Ashera and her Ascension quest. I couldn't remember the word for a moment. So yeah, I like Ashera, obviously. She's a fantastic character. She's so amusing. Probably what I'll end up doing is I'll just use Nopon coins to purchase the rest of the Heavy Guard, just so I can then have Eunie be Lone Exile. Because I like Lone Exile.
The hero's return. Oh, whatever.
I love Ashera. Like, I mean, not my favorite because she's more of a humorous one, but like, even still. Yeah, we brought Itazet back to you, to Cavame. Good old Clad. Now, I believe it's out here. Does the gate open up now? Does not. Okay. I mean, actually might if we go through the other side, but am I forgetting where Ashera's Ascension quest starts? I think I am. Looks like it. But I mean, oh, that's right. This one's weird. Well, again, you can always just go on here, go to... oh no, sorry, it's in the system. And hero roster. And always check. Go into here. Old Kana Battlefield. Most of them take place in their own colony, but sometimes you get those weird ones. So if we go to right there, we can go at nighttime. Good old nighttime mission with the suicidal maniac, the undying Ashera. So out we go. Popping our way over. Wah! Right there. Well, we'll get there, don't worry. It wasn't a long walk.
Hey, Ashera. Ashera.
Hey, Ashera. What are you doing here? We thought you'd disappeared.
Sorry. I just wanted to see this.
The golden flame clock?
Our lives can shine like gold, but scatter them to the wind and they still end up like this. In spite of that, people are drawn to honor and glory, like moths to a flame. I wonder why.
I hope you're not looking to me for an answer.
Perhaps it's just human nature?
Perhaps. Though if that's true, then there's no saving us. We couldn't possibly hope to escape the lure, destined to be caught in the fire and die.
Thanks for that pep talk. So, what you trying to say?
I'm saying that's really not how I want to go. Oops, I'm getting a call. Won't be a minute.
This is Zoran from Colony 11. Come in.
Yes, hello. This is Ashera from Colony 11. You'll have to call back. I'm busy.
Seriously, Ashera? And here I thought I'd give you some good news.
Uh-huh. Something's got you in a good mood, Zor. Yes, I will make time for you then.
Don't ask why, but I don't think we're gonna like this.
Yeah, agreed.
A short while ago, Colony 11 received a declaration of war.
Is that all? Come on, what else is new? You know as well as I do, we get those almost every other day.
What if I tell you it's from someone you've been just itching to see again? Need a clue?
Are you serious? She's back.
So? Don't keep us in the dark.
Time to rejoice, comrades! A certain Madam Consul has finally deigned to pay a visit, hoping to get her revenge.
What? That freak seriously come back?
She did strike me as the vindictive type.
Alrighty, so Colony 11's in great danger. We have to head over and provide aid.
Ugh, what rubbish. If you want to go on another rampage, just say so.
Good old Eunie, a typically astute observation.
Listen, just finish the job this time, okay? No cutting her loose, please.
I read you. This time I'll put her down, I promise.
If you're finished deliberating, where are you now?
Let's see. The Fornis region, near the old Kana battlefield.
Ah, that's convenient. Approach from the Map the Wildwood side. We'll head out from Colony 11, catch them in a pincer and crush them in one fell swoop.
Oh, nice! Let's do that. It sounds fun. Oh, and leave the leader's head on her shoulders. I just promised I'd come to collect it.
I can't guarantee that. Just make sure you're not delayed having some extra fun.
Ah, wait! Sparks. Have to hurry or there'll be trouble.
The only trouble is you psycho. Oh, whatever. Let's go and tear our new one.
Too right. Get ready for battle!
I can't tell if they're about to hug or throttle each other, those two.
So we start a deep-seated scar.
Let's take the fight to the enemy. Battle awaits.
I knew you'd say that.
And I do like the fact that Ashera can have some moments of not being just insane. You know, some serious moments. But, of course, she always comes back to, well, being a psycho. Which is fun. I like Ashera for that. I'm gonna mention that a lot. Ashera is very fun. Well, yeah, looks like the battle's already begun.
Not good. The battle's already started.
Hey, look. It's not a colony they're fighting. It's a mix of Kavesi and Agnian troops.
Ours very own private army. I don't think she cares about the optics of this anymore.
We're not gonna know who's friend and who's foe. What do we do?
I have a cunning plan. We'll just round them all up and...
Bzzz. Nope, not doing that.
That was a joke, dear. For now, we can rendezvous with Colony 11's main force. We'll follow Zor's plan, push for the bridge, and catch the baddies in a pincer. All right?
Yeah. Roger that.
You're starting to sound awfully normal.
Well, you could also summarize it as rush them down and start the carnage.
When you put it like that.
Prepare for a suicide... a charge! Was she gonna say suicide attack?
I love Ashera, but, like, she very much is a... She is a very good tactician. I mean, she's a very strong warrior after all, but, like, she also is Ashera, So, you know, ain't exactly gonna be super duper tactful, I guess, about her tactics.
Sorry to keep you, ladies and gents. The star is here. How's it looking?
Finally, you're here. Things are trickier than we thought.
You're being overrun.
I hate to admit it, but that's about right.
Come on. Try not to sound so miserable. You're making the 3 ravens look bad.
But seriously, if you're saying that, it sounds like something big is going down.
Indeed. Ah, that blasted carrion bird. Queen only knows where she got her claws on a trump card like that.
What card? What do you mean?
You'll find out soon. After we take care of these.
Shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. Just a bunch of Agnians and Kavesi. Basic folk, really. Bonk. I mean, yeah, we're clearing through them real easy, like. Only 7 of them. Yeah, we're not gonna have any difficulty whatsoever with this group. Will be EZ. You kind of wish that if you had, like, guest members, I guess is the best way to say it. Well, maybe not the best way to say it, but a way to say it. I kind of wish that they could draw aggro. But at the same time, I do understand that it might be a little bit much. And, I mean, a lot of the time, the extra party members don't really do too much. They can do a little bit of chippy here and there, but it's not anything tremendous. Useful to have, but don't rely on it, really. Too often, at least. We had the one skirmish that helped.
Ha! Trying to swamp us with grunts? They'll need a better card than that to...
Hold that thought, Lance. Something's not right here.
No way! We gotta beat him again?
Ours little trick at work. They keep popping back up no matter what we do.
Neat idea, that. Throws a bit of a spanner into the works.
Whatever. They've pushed us this far. We've got no other option.
Actually, we'd better fall back to Colony 11.
It's not like you to get cold feet.
I just have a bad feeling about this. Times like these, it's better to follow your gut.
What's the plan?
You lead the retreat of the main force. We lucky few get to guard the rear.
Acknowledged. Don't die on us yet, Ashera.
Here they come, guys.
Don't chase the enemy down. Let them come to us. Remember, we're retreating too.
Well, yeah, just same fight again, but this time with, you know, less help from our buddies in the 3 Ravens. Again, doesn't really make a difference. You just gotta focus in on these folk and should be fine. Yeah, we're getting close to level because Ashera's quests are just really high levels in general, but even with this being pretty high level, it's not really terribly difficult for us. Because, I mean, we're Ouroboros, and these are just normal Kavesi and Agnians. So, like, yeah. Well, we're Ouroboros and the Undying Blade Ashera, or whatever her name is. That suicidal maniac, as they called her.
Good thing we found this.
And we got another squad of 7. Just keep cutting through. I mean, I'm sure Ashera is loving this indiscriminate attack. Well, mostly indiscriminate attack. And now it's like she's not attacking us, but... that aside, it's pretty indiscriminate, fighting people of all walks of life. I mean, she does that anyways, but... now for good reason. I love Ashera and just how insane she is. And I do mean insane in the mostly bad way. It's just ridiculous. And I love it. Sometimes you do want to have those goofy Blood Knight characters. I'm a fan of that archetype. It's not really a serious one, and I think Ashera does a good line of making it not serious enough where it sounds villainous. Because she's definitely not villainous, just unstable. Which doesn't make it sound too great, I will admit. Next squad. And still is just a bunch of generics. Which is a shame. I gotta say, it's really weird that there's actually 2 sword and board classes, and yet we don't have sharpshooter. I mean, for the most part, like, the animations, I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but, you know. I just realized, I might actually do I very well might do a sharpshooter class overview. I don't know, that could be fun. Like, it's entirely pointless, because you only get them for the prologue, but... well, prologue, I guess, even quotes. It's chapter 1, which is basically a prologue. But, I don't know. Could be something fun. Whoop.
Snuff! What is with these mudders? Why won't they just die?
Look, what do we do? There's nowhere left to run!
Truer words were never spoken. Looks like it's curtains for you, scum.
Well, 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 Madam Consul, you look in good health.
I'm very well, thank you. How about yourself, you filthy animal? You're looking a tad rough, if you don't mind me saying.
We're a little tied up here. Do you mind making this quick?
Oh, enough of these exhausting charades. I don't think you understand the gravity of your situation. If I were to order my army to fall upon you as antholes on a fresh carcass, what do you think would happen? Shall we see?
If you wanted to do that, you could have done it from the start. You obviously want something.
Indeed. And so to the matter at hand. Foul and wicked traitors, listen to me well. Accept my demand, and I shall order my troops to withdraw this instant.
Oh?
You'd pull back your troops? In this situation?
I'm sure her worshipfulness would love nothing more than to show us mercy. Ugh!
Wrong. I know a better way to settle things. One that won't leave behind any grudges. Former Commander Ashera, and you, mutinous Ouroboros whelps. I challenge you to a duel.
Excuse me?
A duel? What? Is that like a skirmish?
You ignoramuses. Ah, but no, I suppose it's only natural you wouldn't know. A duel is a concept from the bygone world. Call it a specific method of waging warfare. You and I will battle under a strict set of rules in order to settle matters once and for all. The winner of the duel will determine how this war ends.
So then you're saying we can finish this thing right now? By ourselves?
This is nonsense. What would you stand to gain from this?
A duel is staked upon one's honor, not one's life. Trivial things such as gain or loss have no bearing here. Ashera, with this duel, I will erase the shame you inflicted and restore my due dignity. I think you understand. Now give me your answer.
I'm just making sure, but what if I refuse?
Then the war is back on. My invincible army will crush your whole colony, and you along with it. Of course, the same will happen if you renege on your word.
Okay. Agreed. I'll accept your duel, or what have you.
Most wise. You always were quick on the uptake, I must say.
Thanks. So, what happens now? If we're going to have it out right now, then...
Don't be so hasty. I will send you an invitation with the location of this duel. For now, I shall withdraw my forces.
Huh? Do we need all this beating about the bush? Why not just tell us where it is now?
Hold your insolent tongue! I told you these things have rules. This is a formal engagement, and as such, there are procedures to follow.
Before you go, a question. Those troops behind you that you're so proud of, what in the world have you done to them?
I'm under no obligation to tell you. Truly, it has nothing to do with you. More importantly, this will be our final battle. You would do well to prepare yourself.
Anyway, does this mean we made it?
Looks that way. Not what I'd call satisfying, though.
Ashera, what will you do?
Oh, I'm sure I'll think of something. For now, we'll go back to Colony 11 and wait for this invitation.
We should start by checking on Zoran and the others.
So, a duel it is! Also, wow, there are a lot of people here. This is way more than we've ever seen in Colony 11. And some of these people don't even look ready to fight! What is this nonsense? Ugh. People who aren't ready to fight.
Yo! How are you guys?
It appears we've pulled through. For the moment, at least. However, it's certainly a strange turn of events.
True. Ar's withdrawn her troops, but I'm still uneasy. Everything's going exactly how she planned it.
And what were those soldiers, for Queen's sake? I thought I was going crazy.
Fighting them one-on-one, you might as well be fighting a doll. But the numbers... they just wouldn't die.
No, it's not that they won't die. I think from the start they never had life in them at all.
If Mobius can do something like that, how come they haven't used it before?
Whatever R's plan is, if we're forced into a war of attrition, we stand absolutely no chance. Ashera knows this. That's why she's accepted R's terms. Conceivably.
You reckon? I think she just did her usual, just doing anything to see if it's fun. Well, what are our chances of winning
Ashera?
I don't think she was here in the first place.
What the? Did she just up and disappear on us again? I'm losing my patience with her.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have left the colony.
Say, do you know where she's gone?
Nope.
No clue.
Queen's spleen, I hate that maniac.
Queen's spleen. Can we get through the wall? No. We have to go around. Fine.
Ashera!
Eunie!
Oh, don't tell me I have to look after you too. You've caused enough trouble for us, don't give me any more. Hey, you alright?
What do you mean?
You're looking awful. You feeling okay?
No, I'm fine. Just great.
Well, I sure hope so. We've still got our stupid jewel thing. You better keep it together.
Sorry. I suppose I'm not feeling too great.
Don't just lie about it then, Queen's sake. You're the one who said you'd beat R.
I mean, yes, that I did. It's just... I can't get into this. To me, this jewel rubbish just sounds like playing at war. It's not the battle I'm after.
This again. Then why did you agree to what she wants?
Why? Well, I don't mind dying myself, but that doesn't mean I'm fine dragging you all down with me.
Oh, you're too kind. Let me remind you, though, we wouldn't be in this mess if it weren't for you.
I might have made a serious miscalculation, I'm ashamed to say.
Hey, there's something I've wanted to ask you. Ashera, what do you really want?
How do you mean?
It's just... what is this battle you're looking for, ultimately? What will it take for you to be satisfied? If all these meaningless fights aren't it, then why not just say it straight? What? What is it? You're just staring at me.
Eunie.
Yeah?
This is just hypothetical. But if I asked you here and now to kill me, do you think you would?
You what? Are you for snuffing real? You're telling that same tired joke? Or maybe you really have lost your mind? Don't just clam up. Say something. Huh? A message?
Oh dear. It'll be a summons from our favorite Lady Consul.
This is... a set of coordinates. Wait, this points to... these are right below Keves Castle. Is this some kind of mistake?
I wonder. I suppose we'll know when we get there. Well, we'd better make tracks. If the job's a bad one, it's best to get it over with all snappy-like.
Oi! Wait!
Oh yes, what I was saying before, it was just a joke, like you said. Don't pay it any mind.
Disappear on us again and I'll thrash the life out of you.
Not that that would be a bad... nothing. I'll bear it in mind.
I love the chemistry between these two, because it's something that we've just... I don't know, it's really unique between them. I mean, Ashera's a really interesting character. I mean, obviously, the biggest thing that I like about her is just that she is a very funny character. But there is also... you don't really get to see it until now, but there is this serious side to her that's very different from what you come to expect from Ashera. I mean, obviously, she's aware of something going on, and of course we'll get into that later, but
Ready or not?
still, I love this quest. It's super interesting to get to know about Ashera, and any time spent with Ashera is fantastic, but this is really it's a very different light than we normally get from her. So, yeah. And again, it's... we'll find out more later on, but this is one of... probably one of my favorite Ascension quests. It's definitely up there, I would say. I don't know if it's my exact favorite. Side story Senna, which we're gonna get to in a little bit, that's it's a very tough for me to like anything more. Side story setup might be one of my favorite just side quests in any game. But of course, we'll get to that later. It'll be a while until we get to that, I will admit. Because that'll probably be the last quest we do, I'm thinking. Last quest we do before we head on out to Origin. At least that's my plan. I forget if Gondor's Ascension requires side story Senna to be completed. But I really like this quest. I mean, plus it's also, you know, it's a little bit difficult. We still haven't had too much difficulty yet, because we've just fought basic enemies, but I mean, they're around our level, which, I mean, it's a pretty high level quest. It's one of the highest level quests before post-game, which, weird to say, like, pre-post-game, but that is kind of what it is. Plus, we get to finally get to that island, which we honestly probably could have gotten to a while ago, and I just never did. Is that actually the case? Not yet. Not as far as I can tell, for now at least. Nope, okay. No, we could have gone here a while ago. Ah, well. That's fine. Apparently, I just never realized that this was there. Ah, well.
Looks like it's down this way.
You're joking. Push this
So we can
thing
just do a
here
couple of
and-
bip bop boops. Beep boop boop boop.
Okay.
I would have kind of liked if the heroes had these animations for the either the ladders or for any of the overworld gadgets. And we don't need the quest road anymore. Meow. Noah is well behind us, and this place is covered in black fog. Not a great look.
Look at this.
So we can just roll on over here. We don't see her, but she'll probably just teleport in.
Can't believe it. Who knew there was a place like this beneath the castle?
There's nothing here at all. Right, but what's going on? It feels like the skin on the back of my neck's crawling.
This place. It's... Ah!
Ashera? What's up?
It's nothing. Nothing at all.
Welcome to the bottom of the world. I've been waiting for you.
Yep. I'm finally here. What's the next step? Self-introductions? Or maybe we can just get down to the killing.
No need to be so impatient. After all, this might be the last time we two will get to clash with one another.
And does it say anywhere in your rules that we have to chew the fat down in the arse end of nowhere? Ah. Do you think I'm playing around?
Don't get so bent out of shape. Is this place not to your liking? Observe. I've prepared this very special stage for our very special battle. I can't think of a more appropriate place for our duel than this, the ass end of nowhere, as you so aptly put it.
Huh.
What's wrong? You're very quiet. At this point, you'd usually have something glib to say. This isn't like you, my dear. Ah, could it be your neck injury is troubling you? Something along those lines, perhaps?
You and I, we've met before.
Incorrect. This is, in fact, the first time. However, I know what it is you remember. I know everything about you. Didn't I say before? There's nowhere more appropriate for our duel. Don't tell me. Did you truly think that you could hide it? You didn't think we'd know?
Hey, the spark is she blabbing on about here?
Oh, come on now. You haven't even told your friends, Ashera. Well, I suppose you couldn't have. Right? You're a coward.
Ashera! What the spark? When did they?
I got you there, you imbecile!
No! Ashera! You've got to hang in there!
No way! Ashera's...
Expertly done, W. Everything is going exactly as I planned.
Can play with doll?
Oh, yes. Be my guest. Play with your little doll to your heart's content.
Yay!
So that was it. Those soldiers weren't ours doing at all. They were being controlled by this other console instead.
That bitch! This is what she wanted all along! And we fell for it! Jewel my ass!
Actually, that's where you're wrong. What follows next will be a duel, plainly and unmistakably. Only, your opponent might be a little closer to home.
Let's stay cautious.
Another reason why I love this quest. The fact that we get to fight Ashera is so cool. And I mean, W's a real creepy console. R is a dick. I love this quest so much. I mean, it's a tough... Oh, we don't have... That's right. And luckily we do have a even party, but... that's sad that we actually lose out on the music before. Oh my god, I cannot remember what the song is actually called. I'll have it as the end slate music, but I just don't remember off the top of my head what the song is called. I'd be able to recognize it just by a little bit of listening. Again, it's just sometimes I have it where I know the song, I just can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head. Just takes a little bit of memorization. One thing that I do know that I need to work on a lot in terms of my Let's Playing is editing. It's actually doing like any. But one of the first things I did for editing was on the end slate of one of the episodes in Xenoblade 2, it was clarifying one of the songs that had played at the end of, I believe it's chapter 2, that it was the end of. But regardless, you can just...
Not good. At this rate,
If we hold back, she'll wipe the floor with us. But we can't... Snuff! What do we do?
Excellent. Marvelous. Each move so steady, so precise, so certain. Oh, I do love a good game of chess. I knew it would be worth the trouble I went to, putting this glorious stage together.
Kill?
Not yet. Play with them a little more. This appetizer isn't nearly enough to satisfy me.
Play.
Eunie! What do you think you're doing?
Hey, Ashera. What was it you told me? Something about there being no friends or foes when fighting each other to the death or whatever. That's why I just had to take that shot. You should be happy with that, right?
Oh, now this is unexpected. Caught a taste of her lust for battle, have you?
Belt up! You just shut your ugly trap!
What?
Hey! You're satisfied with that, right? So come on! Wake the spark up! Right now! There's no snuffing way this is the death you were looking for! Am I wrong? Ashera!
No, you're not wrong. But anyone else would be dead right now. You fool.
Ashera!
Been a real while since I took a hit like that. But I owe you one. I'm back and I never felt more alive.
Damn it! W! What are you playing at? Seize her again!
I can't. She put up barriers around her psyche. Anything more than a lifeless husk, and it's too hard.
Cease your belly aching and do it! Just do it now! Do it! Do it! Do it!
I told you, I can't.
W! I've come too far for you to muck this up now!
Oh dear, oh dear. Having a fallout? Is this part of your duels rules too?
Shut up! I'll tell you what I think of our shitting duel!
If I just murder the lot of you here, then it's all the same to me! W! Bring out all the husks we have! And don't even think about abstaining yourself!
Okay.
Ashera! Don't forget! Remember what you promised!
Uh-huh. I remember. How about we end this once and for all?
A part of me almost feels bad for W that she has to deal with R all this time, but she's still Mobius. So, yeah. We can just focus on dealing with Mobius R, and then we can deal with W at a later point. Shouldn't be terribly difficult, I don't think. But, yeah. One thing that's... Oh dear. I appear to be in the air. So every Mobius has their own unique powers. We've seen that with... Obviously, W has her dolls there, Yorn has the mud puppets. But yeah, every Mobius has their own different power. And at some point, I will get into all of those. I think I'll wait until... that'll probably be a post-game thing to talk about, discussing all of the different Mobius powers. At least there's a... maybe it's a GameFAQs post, actually, that has what I think is pretty reasonable guesses for what all of the unique powers are. So, I will go into that. Of course, I will give credit to them when it is available, when I get to that. And we appear to be locked onto W, which is unfortunate. Let's just laser W. And we should be close to a chain attack. Let's just go for it. Just go for the chain attack right now. I think that's safest. Yeah. Brave Assault. Let's... Sure. See how much damage you can do to W. I guess that means we'll focus on W in that case. We will go with... yeah. Probably should have done one more. But actually what we can do instead in that case is... yeah. Do the heal on hit. Actually, do I wanna... no, I think I actually want to save Ashera's. Ashera has a really unique chain effect, which we will get into next with this next one, I think. Pop up. Just a couple of itty bitty damages. Okay, Noah's actually a pretty good one to get right up. think this should still be enough, even with us having pretty low TP guys out here. Ooh, are we actually gonna be able to? Maybe we need, what, 32? I think? Yeah, okay, we got it. So Ashera's guarantees and amazing, but it means that she also can't come back into the chain attack, even with Ouroboros Order. So it's good early on, but it makes things a little bit more difficult later, but still. Let's bonk you. Then we can flaboom. And finally, we can have Eunie should be able to finish things off with a... Really? I thought she'd be able to get Bravo, but evidently not. Well, in that case... well, I mean, we get guaranteed regardless. But a little bit disappointing, honestly. Who would do less? I think Noah would. Weird to ask who would do less PP, but it's because of the bonus we can get to that, and then we can... I think Extended Slash would probably do a little bit more. It's up to a Bravo again. We're up to 1042, even before Ouroboros Order, which is really nice. So of course we'll get the Limits Unbound going. As you can see, Ashera does not come back. Yeah, it'd just be between one of these two. So we'll have that go through. We'll then have Neo do... just double up with the damage. I don't think we have anyone who can smash, unfortunately. That is something I probably should have done. Especially with a couple of... Well, we have Ashera capable of launching. That's it. But even then, we should have had probably a little bit more. And we do get the amazing at once again. Probably like 1300? 1356. We should do a ton of damage, right? Oh yeah, no, we are... Oh my lord, that hit did a lot. Unfortunately, I think W will still survive. Yeah. But, I mean, we took out, yeah, 2.4 million health dealt with in just that alone. Yeah, pretty good, I'd say. But we want to focus down on W yet. And, unfortunately, all of our healers are currently occupied in their Ouroboros forms, which, I mean, it makes sense. They're at level 3. So, thing is that it just makes it a little... Actually, this might be bad that they've stayed in for so long. Could potentially be a little bit troublesome. Low on HP, but... I mean, still alive at least. Focus down on W. I'm just gonna say it as W each time. Cause I'm from the north, so like... Oh, you know, we got a couple of weird ways that we say things up in Wisconsin, eh? We're kind of like Canada, but you know, a bit more cheese involved. And we are not going to be able to get in another one, but still, ooh, we are low on HP though. And bonk. And we are taking a nap. If you could also just get knocked down. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to get topple in time, but W should be going down pretty soon. Just missed the topple. There we go. Now we just got R, who can actually put herself into Awakened, which is interesting for sure. Putting us to sleep is not really a big deal. Still interesting, but not a terribly big deal, I don't think. And Land's leveled up to 15? Is it 20 already? He might be, actually. Very well might be at level 20 in Guardian Commander. But we'll start off with Saber Siege. Let's pop those in. Ooh, that actually could be a pretty good set. We can then burst. And then Ashera herself can just do a couple of bonks and get an amazing right away. Gets everyone back up and gets us to 550 immediately. Gets everyone back up. We'll have Lands be the one to get it so that he can probably get a Bravo. Again, probably is the keyword there. Then we can have Tyon can just get an attack in there, gets him up to 88. I want to be safe with this. Do I need to? What is that? 51? 52 that we... No. 62 that we need, I think. Yeah. 62 that we need. I'm not going to risk that. I want the Pierce chance. Yeah, we wouldn't have gotten it. I mean, we might have with the crit, but... Again, not gonna risk it. And I think this does get Lands back as well? Yes, okay. Can keep chaining that. We'll get Neo in. Demolition is our best bet because we get the Pierce chance, we get the Bleed chance, all that good stuff. Does that get us 50? I think with everything that we have, maybe. Gonna risk it? Yeah, just barely. Just barely. I thought maybe we could sneak by just under, but nope. And then at this case, we'll go Senna. At this point, I should say. And Tri-Slash gets a chance to break, which we do get. Because then Lands can topple later. Pop that in. Yeah, Shira's actually really good in chain attacks. Again, early on in chain attacks, Ashera use her in early chain attacks. Because it can allow you to get things like this, where we're at, 10,000% before the Ouroboros order. And early Amazing is really good. Well, you can pop in the Demon Punisher. You have Senna. Honestly, Senna could potentially get it just by herself. Nope. Doesn't. But we will be able to get him taken out with just the final finale on here. So, yeah. 1346 is still really good. And, yeah. We're getting more XP, more damage in. We're shredding through Mobius with our very spiky stuff and our guns. Lots and lots of guns. And there we go.
That brings our business to a close, Madam Consul. Any last words?
Yes. Gloat. Maniac. I hope you lose your mind. Writhe in agony. You can run from your pain all you want. It'll only happen again. No matter how much you fight, no matter how many lives you take.
Even if it works out the same, I have to fight against it. This pain. However many times. The look on your face tells me you want to ask something.
You knew about all this from the start? About Mobius? About how the people of this world are born, all that? Since before you even met us? All along?
Can I tell you a story? It's from a ridiculously long time ago. A time all but gone from memory. Today, soldiers fight and scrabble to survive for 10 years. All to be blessed with the honor of the homecoming ritual. But once, there was a time when there was no such thing as a homecoming ritual.
You what? I've never heard this before.
I did just say, it's all but gone from memory. Even so, there was a ceremony for those soldiers who reached homecoming age. Do you know what would happen? A consul would end them personally. No officers to be seen. In other words, an execution.
What? Execution? What the spark for?
It sounds better if you call it a ceremony to offer up the light of a person's life. But really, all that awaited them was a death much more humiliating than if they'd fallen to an enemy's blade.
But that doesn't make any sense. And why do you know any of this? Wait. No way. You don't mean...
This scar on my neck. I didn't always have this, you know. It starts appearing as I get older, along with memories of that day and the pain. Each time I remember thinking one thing. This isn't how it's supposed to be. I didn't go through all this fighting for it to end like this. And another lovely gift. The pain keeps getting worse and worse. It'll become unbearable as homecoming nears. Until finally I go mad from the pain, and then...
I didn't... How many times have you had to go through this? Do you know?
Eunie. I know to you it must have seemed like I just spout nonsense and try to look cool. But really, I just want to escape. Escape the feeling that death is wrapped around my throat, ready to take me. So, there you have it. All I want is to die in the time and place that I choose. That's basically it. Yeah. Maybe I really am just a coward.
Ashera. Wow. Now I get why you asked me if I'd kill you.
You must have thought I was a fool. But you see, Eunie, it would mean more to me. Much more than any of the deaths I've gone through until now.
I'll do it. No need to convince me any further.
Thank you. This way I can finally move on without any regrets.
However, under one condition. If I'm gonna kill you, I go too. You gotta take me with you.
Huh? Sorry, run that past me again?
Oh, just forget it. Shut up. I know, I'm sounding like an idiot. But guess there's no help in that. I've sort of realized you're the same as me.
I'm the same as you.
So you won't hear any crap like, you gotta tough it out, you gotta live on. Or, anything's better than dying. Not from me, of all people. I'd just rather help you find the right place where you can end things. And if I mess that up, I'll just have to kick your bucket myself. But you've got to do the same for me, and I'm not taking no for an answer. Deal?
Eunie, do you remember?
But Ashera, both of our lives, they don't belong to just us, you know.
You've got me there. You put me in a bind. Guess I can't go dying just yet.
And so, we complete a deep-seated scar. Having learned the truth about Ashera, Eunie made a pretentious vow with her. Ashera seems touched. I love the fact that Eunie and Ashera really are kind of parallels. They're very similar to each other. And, well, the fact that they remember their previous deaths, or at least one of them.
Nothing's getting past me.
And they kind of have that same mindset. But it's time to look at the Lone Exile. At level 20, your class multipliers are 1.10 HP, 0.95 attack, 0.15 healing, 1.10 dexterity, 1.25 agility, 35 physical defense, 50 ether defense. As for your skills, Goading Attack boosts aggro generated from dealing damage by 30, 35, 40, 50, and 60%. Maniac deals extra damage to higher level enemies, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50%. Returning the favor will deal a percentage of your attack damage back to the enemy. This is your in-range effect. Goes from 100, 125, 150, 200, and 250. Natural Selection reduces damage taken when at low HP by 20, 22, 25, 27, and 30%. Going over to our arts, Demon Slayer gives extra aggro. It is always a 10-second recharge, and has a 50, 70, and 100% extra aggro boost, your normal sort of setup there. 120, 130, 140, 160, 180 for your power multiplier. Eye of the Storm will deal 200% of your attack damage back when taking damage for 4 seconds. 35, 32.3, 30, 27.3, and 24.3 seconds of recharge. Gale Slash will do extra damage to enemies targeting you to 24 seconds, 25.5, 21.1, 19.1, and 17.3 seconds of recharge. Your normal 50 to 70 at level 10 and 100% extra damage boost, and then a power multiplier of 200, 230, 260, 300, and 340. Soaring Tempest inflicts launch, has a recharge of 26.6, 25, 23.3, 21.3, and 19.3, and a power multiplier of 200, 230, 260, 300, and 340. And then Jaws of Death will boost your damage dealt by 35% and increase the aggro drawn by attacking by 25%. 50, 47, 44, 40, and 36-second recharge. Blossom Dance is your talent art. Gives Pierce and has a 50, 70 at 10, and 100% extra aggro, and a power multiplier of 500, 540, 580, 640, and 700. As for Ashera, Demon Slayer is not one of the unique ones. Inferno Wheel is a renamed Gale Slash, Ascension Blade is a renamed Soaring Tempest, and Wind Sickle replaces Jaws of Death, and will do extra damage at low HP, has a recharge of 23.3 to 19.3, a 120 to 150% damage bonus, and a power multiplier of 260 to 340. Ashera has a base TP of 15. Her chain effect guarantees an amazing for when she completes an order, but will never reactivate in the chain attack if she does fulfill this. If you use her in the middle of a chain order, she will not have this happen to her. And her chain order itself is Saber Siege, where the damage ratio will increase by a lot and will grant power charge. The increase is 100, 125, 150, 175, and 200% on your damage ratio up. The Lone Exile is one of the better tank classes in the game, purely for the fact that it can do a lot of damage. Damage is important to be able to get aggro, and I believe the Lone Exile is the highest damaging tank class in the game. Couple that with good agility, good defenses, and good HP, and it's one of the best solo enemy tanks. It's similar to the Zephyr in the fact that it wants to focus on solo enemy, but it more of is a face tank as opposed to avoiding damage altogether, but still has some pretty good agility. The ability to inflict launch is really nice as well, and really helps with dealing damage, which is what the Exile wants to do. You couple that with, I believe that, yes, if you have, I think it's actually just, if you unlock Lost Vanguard at all, you can get Smash for yourself. Really helps the class out. Again, I don't really like talking about Master Arts too much, but being able to launch really helps for dealing damage. Eye of the Storm is interesting. If you know an enemy really well, and you read that it's about to use a very high attack count art, it can do a lot of damage, but it's very inconsistent, and you really need to know a lot about the game in order to make it do well. Blossom Dance is one of the better aggro drawing attacks in the game because it does a lot of damage, and will also, it pierces defenses as well, boosts aggro. It's a very big aggro nuke. Focus down on one enemy, cut them to ribbons before you move on. That's really what the Lone Exile wants to do, and it's kind of fitting for Ashera. Her gems are Double Strike, Steel Cleaver, and Tailwind. Accessories are the Power Bangle, Gear Support, and Champion Ring. But with the Suicidal Maniac, the Undying Blade Ashera taken care of, that'll do it for this time. And next time, we'll be helping out some quests out here in Colony 11, just because we happen to be in the area. We'll deal with, I think Colony Mew has a few more quests for us to do as well, but we'll do those after this. But until then, see you guys later.